Hello gamers and welcome back to Seaside Survival with me Ryan. This is Seaside Survival. Today we are checking out the interior of the sheep barn. So you saw me build the sheep farm, you saw me build the sheep barn, and now I'll spare you watching me build the interior, and I'll just show you. It's fantastic. You know, sometimes if you're doubting a build, you just have to keep going, and it turns out awesome. And this is one of those times. So I just wanted to show you from this angle. It is so cool. You get to see the lighthouse in the background. You see the barn just big and built into the cliff here. And it's really cool from down below as well. Head down these stairs and see it from down here. Now, these villagers, I don't know what's quite... Well, that guy's stuck. Okay. These two villagers just stand there all day. I don't know how to get you. It's a cleric. You live in this house. I don't know how to help you. Okay, so there's the barn up on the hill. It kind of looms over, and I like how it's built into the hill, but it still feels like a build. All right, let's take a look inside. So we've got our super active sheep shearing machine here, and these guys are constantly pumping out wool. They've got a nice house to live in. They've got fresh air, a good view. They've even got a window back here. Let's check it out. If we go upstairs, we've got a little loft bed here and a cool view of the town below. Just a neat little place to sleep if it's dark and we need our nap. Now, I said in the last episode that these sheep, this is an ethical operation. We need the wool, but the sheep deserve good treatment. So these sheep have the fresh air, they have the sunlight, but what about the sheep down below in the lower level? What about them? They don't get a view. They don't get the fresh air. So if these are the daytime sunlight sheep, these are the nighttime sheep. Yes, I've outfitted the area with a cool little moon mural on the wall, a night sky, ambient lighting. We've used plenty of wool in the build, and installed a window here as well so that we can kind of see the rail operation as it moves around. I don't know how, but the minecarts have gotten pretty synced, and that's nice. Yeah, so... we've got a little bit of moss on the ground here too to kind of blend the grass into the build so that it looks really organic and nice. And then these sheep have this feel that they're out grazing in the pasture. It's night. It's yeah, they love it here. We have almost an entire double chest full of white wool, and when that overflows, there will be more storage up above. I assume we're going to have to make more wool storage when we get to that point. This is going to produce more wool than we'll ever need. So, yeah. In other news, a good friend of mine, Nick, has chosen a place to settle in Seaside Town. So, let's go check it out. Nick and I used to play Minecraft together way back in the early days of Minecraft, before Bedrock Edition, before Caves and Cliffs, before the Nether update, before the Ocean update. This was a long time ago, back in the dark ages of Minecraft. So super psyched to have him join us here on Seaside Survival. We're gonna have some fun. I remember on our old server back in the Java edition, I hosted a server. We would constantly crash that thing with redstone machines and animals all over the place. I remember he made a chicken cannon one time that would constantly be throwing eggs into the air, which would constantly hatch new chickens, and they'd lay more eggs, and those would hatch. Gosh, we just brought our server host down completely with all our shenanigans. He's got some nice pants on, I see. He's been busy doing some mining. We left him a little prize out here. Welcome to the seaside from Ducky. Hopefully he likes it. Nick was telling me that I play Minecraft like a Bob Ross video, and I think that's just the greatest compliment of all time. I would love to be the Bob Ross of Minecraft, if Bob Ross played Minecraft on YouTube. But that's a great compliment. He said that creeper holes can be happy little accidents instead of happy little trees. So today we're going to do a little bit of work on this path that leads us over to Nick's place, and leads us over to the meadow, and then CJ's place is just up the hill here. Can't see it from where we're at. So I just wanted to make some cool, there's Ducky. Just wanted to make this look nice along the path here. Maybe add a couple of trees and some leaves. You know how I do it. Oh, check that out. Hey, that's a great reminder. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. No, that's not what we're working on today. We're working on a garden shed. So I'm going to put a garden shed in here next to the Build-O-Matic 3000. And that's kind of where we'll access all of our plant stuff. Okay, one thing we got to do that's really been bugging me is we need to fix the lighthouse. To do that, I need a redstone torch, so let's make one of those up real quick. If you noticed, it stopped spinning. I don't know how, but redstone's funky. So let's take a look. If we climb up to the top here, we'll be able to get inside and see what's wrong with it. I usually try to fly up there, but I don't feel like getting stuck in a block and suffocating, so we're going to go with the scaffolding. I think the tick just got off. Maybe a chunk was not fully loaded or something. If we break that, it should stop. Okay. Now we should be able to put that back. So if we do that, it should be good. Yeah. If this keeps happening, I'll have to devise a way that we can maybe fix it from down here. Maybe I can put a button under one of these redstone panels or something to turn it on. Just going to go ahead and leave this here in case we need to jumpstart the lighthouse again. I've given up on trying to build when it's not raining because it feels like it's raining all the time. I don't know if this is a bug with the update or what, but not even, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we want to make a little garden shed over here, so I've gotten some stuff that I think will be really helpful for that build. Okay, so the idea is to make this look just super cottagey, like a garden shed basically. I'm assuming that some garden sheds have a hand washing station, maybe the really fancy ones. And that's what I'm building in over here is kind of a hand washing station. So when I have all these random bits and bobs in my inventory, I can just wash my hands of them. They go in the hopper and into the chest. And this is just going to be our disorganized, mismanaged chest of gardening stuff. I'm going to replace this wall back here with some spruce wood. I think the darker tone is going to help the look of the build and help it stand out a little bit from the villager houses behind. So we'll switch out these stone blocks for the spruce. And it might be kind of fun to have this come upwards too. I think I'm going to go for the stripped look. I like the way that that looks. Can we reach you? Yes. Sweet. Pixel perfect. thinking a little bit of stone. And we can tie it in nicely with the path over here too. And we'll adjust this a little bit so that the stone leads us into the wooden floor on this side. Like so. And we'll come back in here with some different stone to give it a little bit of variety. We can do that with wood slabs. And yeah, I know it just wouldn't be a Ryan build unless I put leaves all over it. So here we go. Okay, check it out. We have a garden shed. Look at this. Isn't this nice? Okay, so the path kind of connects up here. And we got our stuff chest and a couple of places where we can drop stuff off and just wash our hands of this inventory, letting it sort itself out in the bin, which is great. I'm going to take advantage of that right now. I have this stuff on me. All the bones can go in there, sticks. Cool. Okay, you don't know how much this is bothering me. That's better. All right. It is night again, and we are back on the server that never sleeps. Check out what I have here. Lots of leaves, lots of dirt, some gravel, lots of stuff. It is time. It's time to do the path. Yep, this path over here. It's time to make it fancy. We're also going to make the path down the hill from the lighthouse fancy as well. So I think some of it I'm going to time lapse, but I'll show you a little bit of it here on camera as well. Basically, it's it's good time lapse content, I'll say, because you can only watch me place so many leaves before you start unsubscribing. So. Okay, so I'm making a few overhangs here to go over the path, just to add a little bit more life and interest to the area. That can kind of give us the feel of going through a tunnel as we're moving through the path. And let's do this too. Okay, well, I had my first on-screen death while I'm doing a time lapse. How embarrassing. Into a phantom, no less. But you see who won that interaction. Sure. Gamers, we have brand new paths. I'm really excited to show you these. I've really done a lot with the landscape and the paths leading up to the lighthouse and the path over to Nick's house and the meadow, and I'm really pumped to show you. So let's go. I started in on a path over here on this side of the river, but since we don't have any projects planned, I'll take my time with this. So let's cross over, and eventually I'm thinking about putting a cool bridge here, and maybe a rope bridge higher up. I think that would be kind of fun. We'll see. So fly down here to the whoop. Okay, we'll fly down. Here we are on dry land, and I chose to use these. What are these called? These are called chiseled stone bricks. I used the chiseled stone bricks to kind of outline the side of the path. Over here by the lighthouse, we've got a little workstation here, and I went with the stone bricks for most of this path. Now you may have noticed I'm kind of using different blocks within the same gray stone palette for all of the paths in the area. It's more cobblestone and smooth stone over in the village. It's more of the bricks here by the lighthouse, and over on the path to the meadow, you'll see that it's mostly cobblestone and gravel. So hopefully you like it. I do. I think that it's fun to kind of have the whole area connected by a similar palette of colors with similar paths, but slight variations based on the region. Yeah, I did a few of these overhangs you saw in the time lapses. I like it. I haven't had a creeper fall on my head yet, but you know, there's always the possibility that that would happen. So, got a couple of trees up there and some flowers. This hole. Okay. done a bunch down here too. We'll take a fly over after we walk down the path. I think the leaves add some life to the area and some variety to the path. I love this view, how you can see the lighthouse coming in through the fog when you go this way. But we're not going that way right now. So you may have noticed we have a little bee farm going out over here. Nick has begun that project. To be honest, I've not done bees yet in this game. I used to play a lot before bees were added, and it took a couple years where I just didn't play Minecraft very much and haven't done the bee thing yet. So I'm really excited to have those and have honeycomb and bottles of honey and all the stuff that we can do with that. But check this out. This is the beginnings of Nick's front entrance here. It's awesome. I love the way he used the acacia wood and blended it with the color from the copper on his front entrance. Little stained glass window there. Of course, we got Ducky. Let's go take a look at the bees. Oh, they're having a bee meeting. A beating? No, that's not what we're trying to say. Right. So here we are. This is the seaside so far. Got a nice awesome entrance over here for Nick's base. Some greenery along the path. Our lighthouse, of course. And our new paths. Lastly, but certainly not leastly, I wanted to show you some additions that we've made to the farming district here over in the town. So you know all about the wool now. We know all about this. But I've added an area where we can grow vines, we can grow lichen, and we got... Eventually these will have water in them. I'm trying to grow some dripstone, but I think I need the dripstone block underneath it for it to grow. I'm not quite sure on that. I'll have to look it up. But over here I put in a little bed by our wheat collector and started to make my way down here. I think I'm going to have this go down a level and then back over. We'll have some more machines under this spot so that everything stays loaded in and can all run at the same time when we're in this general area here. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the time lapses, and I'll see you next time.